Okay, here at No Reserve we have our one California owner, 1996 Ford Bronco. It has just 86,000 original miles. I think in the cold start video I said it had 88, but it does have just 86,000 original miles. Always in California, no accidents, no paint work. It's in what they call Pacific Green Metallic Clear Coat. So it's kind of a brighter green, kind of more, towards the teal bracket. So it's got the OBD2 computer system. 1996 is our kind of the most sought after because there's a last year made. They have the OBD2 computer system, they have the mass airflow motor, and all the motors are roller motors. But we'll go ahead and get in here and start showing you guys all the any imperfections this has. I mean, it's in beautiful condition, all original paint, but it is moving on 21 years old, so there is little imperfections, like you will get some tiny stone chips on the front fascia of the hood, and that'll kind of go all along here. I'll try to go real slow so you can see, kind of like little guys like that, and you'll find those. There'll be some on the hood, top of the hood, and then also the roof and the hood. Looks like maybe it sat underneath that tree. It's really hard to see, but you'll see like little kind of like age spots in the top of the paint. So I mean, if you were searching for perfection, you could easily have the roof and the hood reshot, but I just love originality. So you'll still have that kind of small little chipping along there. I mean, they're really small. I mean, here's my finger, for example, but a lot of people call it stone peppering or sandblasting from just road rocks and stuff like that. Each corner light does have a little condensation in it. All the chrome's in really nice shape, nice and deep. Good reflection. This bezel does have a little aging on there. And right here, for some reason, when water runs down, it'll hit right there, and it, for whatever reason, ages it out. But you can see there's a little condensation in there. These are available aftermarket, they're really cheap, or you can just dry them out. But what's usually that's caused from is people not getting the bulb screwed in all the way. You can see all the rubber moldings are nice, no scuffs in them. Bumper's nice and straight. A lot of times people will bump into them and they'll be tweaked up here, but it's all nicely gapped and spaced. All the panels have nice panel gaps. It's got a light surface scratch right there. You can't feel it, so it's on the surface. Little chip there. Little chip there, and this paint's in really nice shape. It's got nice depth, so you can see all like the ground reflecting and me reflecting throughout it. So I'll try to get in here. Got a very light surface scratch right there, fades out, but along the bottom's in really nice shape. I mean, just very few chipping, and they're really hard to see. I'll try to find them for you. There's a couple right there, got a couple there, got one there. A little entry wear on the rocker. I'll also show you that when I get inside. But again, lower area is just phenomenal. Kind of little small surface scratch right there. Little wear on the top of the paint. Little chip on the edge. A couple small door edge chips, but not many. Got a scratch here. Got two little scratches there. Door felts on the driver's side are nice. No stress cracks on any of the pillars. Rubbers are nice and soft. Plastics around the mirror are nice and soft. The chrome's in good shape. Again, no paint lifting or anything. A common area for these to get lifting is right here and right here because the wind will beat off of it, but that's all in nice shape. All the windows are in good shape. No leaking or cracks or chips. The front windshield is not original. It's been replaced at some point. I'll take you around here. All the paint's in nice shape. Top has never been off. The top is very slightly faded, so you could put some conditioner on there. But there's no chips here. Often when you take them off, these get all knocked up from sitting on the ground, and people will drop them and chip this area up. It's nice shape. Got a little chip right there. Some tiny little surface scratches. This one's in the paint, so it's not just surface scratch. But that there. Little chip on the clear coat there. Little chip on the clear coat there. And then there's kind of like a soft sweeping, kind of like a surface scratch you can see right there, probably from pumping. The pump probably laid right against there. Another one right there, maybe someone draped over from the other side, pulled the pump over. The top of the tailgate's the only area that's really got any damage. I think somebody may have backed into something. There's a little puncture hole in the original cover. And then there's some little dents here. You know, this also could be from, you know, if someone, you know, pushes on the tire carrier when the tailgate's down, you'll get that damage. There's a little bit, you know, some load surface scratches like you'll see here, but not really very many. I mean, usually these Broncos are just got a lot of scratches. Aluminum's in nice shape. You know, the black plastic's not faded out, no cracks. Aluminum's got no dings. It's really soft aluminum. They fade out real quick. You know, it's cool to see this still in place. Chrome on the back bumper and all the plastics are real nice. I mean, this is just perfect. You know, it's got a little chip there, but usually this is all banged up. Usually this is cheaply painted, so it comes off pretty quick. So it's nice to see those are in pretty much perfect condition. You know, the spare tire carrier's a little faded. You could pop these off the 10mm and respray them. But I try to keep these our trucks as original as possible, as they're kept from the owner, so we don't get them all detailed out and sprayed under the hood with gunk and stuff like that. Nice shape. We got a little surface scratch there. And then maybe it looks like maybe a tree sap drop. That's all I could think of that they possibly were. You know, you got another one there. You got a couple here. Take you down here. Rockers are really nice shape. No rust anywhere. No, all the trim's in nice shape. Just a little ding on this one, but you can see underneath here it's still, you know, never been sprayed with any gunk. It's nice and clean. You know, there's really good underside photos. I'll take you over here. There's a little kind of soft crease here. It doesn't have any paint damage, but what I think is maybe somebody was driving and hit this mirror and it folded up and slapped that, because I've seen that happen a couple times. Got a chip in the paint there. Maybe another little tree sap spot. No cracks in the pillars. It's cool. It's still got the Michigan truck plant decal. You know, the driver's side's always going to have more wear on all these trucks. Got just this little surface or a hairline scratch right there, but I can't get my nail in it. So some of these, you know, if you want to get crazy and you work some 1500 grit up to 3000 in wet sand and buff a lot of this stuff, will probably just come right out. Chip, kind of a weird grouping of chips right there. Got a chip right there, chip right there, chip right there. But look at it. I mean, this is a lot of times you'll just see it's kind of white. I mean, these are just a nice shape. The wheels are in really nice shape. Tires are brand new. These are the factory size tires. So I'll take you back around and wrap around. You'll see a little scratch, and there's going to be little scratches and little chips that I'm not able to get on top of here because they're so hard to see. But you'll see, like, you know, these little tree sap spots. I mean, it's this Bronco just in phenomenal condition. The door felts are in good shape. You know, don't have any cracking or anything. Inside door panels are pretty much just perfect. Nice clarity in all the plastics, no stress cracks. Nice paint, no rust anywhere. Really nice paint. There's pretty much no wear coming in here. These are often broken. Both armrests are in good shape. Cup holder still has the little black guys. You know, people put a bigger cup in there and pull it out, and those will go with it. Cigarette and ashtray's never been used. Really cool. See if you can get there. You go. It's still got the original stereo. Dash is perfect, no cracks. On both sides there's a chipping on the driver's side too, which is kind of weird. So it's cool to see though. It's still got all the original colors you could choose, and this is the Pacific green. You get out in the sun, it pops a little bit more there. But it's just cool to see this stuff come with it. You know, has the original key fob, the original sales brochure. Still has the original key lock to the spare tire, all the original books and casing. It's just awesome to see that stuff. You know, it's kind of the cool parts about some of these low mile one owners is, you know, you obviously have to love a truck to keep it for 20 plus years. Original seat's in nice shape, back seat. There's some impressions right here that will fade out over time, but the seat was folded forward for transport, and so when it was coming up here from California, so these just put a little indent on there. Another common issue for the Broncos is this pulls down. You can get up there and push it back up in there. You know, top's never been off. All the interior trim is perfect. Carpet's in really nice shape. I mean, it's pretty much as nice as you can get, but you know, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to see a couple of darkening areas here when people entering. You know, you got a little darker area here, but I mean, it's not much. You know, it's just you really got to hunt them out. It's not very dark at all. I'll take you to. We'll just go ahead and go to the back. The rear window goes down nice and quick from the outside switch and the interior switch. But it's cool, these low model Broncos and the F-Series, all these parts are usually faded out. These anodized parts are nice and shiny still. Really nice and clean. I mean, all these little things like this is just cool to see. You know, no rust. It's a real common rust area. Yeah, nice, bright, shiny anodized parts. Rear trim panels are perfect. You know, maybe they got a little bit of wear on the buckets, the storage buckets, but the upper panels are in perfect condition. You're missing a little middle piece there. And the maybe they were loading something up, but they did put a little puncture in the felt of the headliner right there. But again, rear carpets are just excellent condition. Minimal wear, little darkening here. I mean, that's really it. I mean, a couple little spots there, but I mean, it looks better than my truck. You know, my truck's 7 years old, and it looks better or just as good. Again, door panels, perfect condition. You know, no door sag, no pillar cracks. Got your VIN, got your axle code, paint code, all that good stuff. And again, you just have a little bit of entry wear, real common, but very minimal. Door hinges are nice and tight, still shiny paint. The steering wheel is in excellent condition. All you guys that enjoy this era truck know that these things just come apart. There's maybe a little indenting there from grabbing a hold of it when you're driving. And then the only breakdown in either one of the seats is looks like the top material pulled back, but below it is still in nice shape. So again, carpet's in great condition. It's got a trailer brake controller. I mean, the pedal pad's got hardly any wear, but you do have a little bit of darkening here. You know, floor mats cover this stuff up, but you know, there's still spots from me getting in and out. But I like to try to pull everything out so you can see exactly how everything is. You know, a little darker spot right there, maybe somebody's foot, but alright, I'll pop underneath the hood, and then there's those marks I was talking about on this side too. Underneath the hood's nice and clean. You know, it's what I always like to refer to as a nice, clean, honest engine bay. You know, it's not sprayed with Armor All and all that stuff. It's just clean and how it's been cared for. Yeah. You can see all the bolts have never been messed with. No adjustments have been made. I mean, as soon as you put a socket or a wrench on these, I mean, it just peels the paint right off. And it's pretty much, you can never really look like the original either. Light still works. You got your EPA decal. Shows California emissions good. Alright, so this 96 is going at no reserve. Highest bid will win. Hopefully you guys can stick around for the driving video. And alrighty, good luck.